Welcome to all of you in e-learning program conducted by शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडल and लोकमान्य टिळक महाविद्यालय वणी. First of all, welcome to all of you in 11th class. I am Prasanna Joshi. I will teach you subject biology. So you know that biology, it is a branch of science which deals with study of plants and animals. So biology, it is made up of two words, that is bios and logos. Bios means life and logos means study or science, that is study of life science is known as biology. So biology, it is a vast field, or it is related with the life. That's why it includes number of branches. So it is a biology, it is a branch and it deals with plants and animal. In that there is study of morphology of plants and animal, as well as there is study of anatomy of plants and animal. So in biology there is only study of living organism. It includes plants and animals. So first of all, we will study the basic concepts of subject biology. So what is the scope of biology in the science? The subject biology, which deals with the study of external and internal structure of plants and animals, their function regards nutrition, growth, movement and reproduction, their adaptation to various environment. It is studied in the biology. Their distribution in space and time, their life history related with relationship and classification according to the laws involved in their evolution from lower and simpler form to higher and more complex one. So in biology there is study of living organism, starting from their nutrition, growth, movement, then their reproduction, adaptation to various external as well as internal environment, their distribution in space and time, life history, that is evolutionary history, and relationship and classification of plants and animal, the laws involved in their evolution from lower to simpler form up to higher and more complex form. It is studied in the biology. So it is the scope of biology. Then origin of the life, how life it is originated, and what is the basic thing it is involved in the evolution of the life. So how was life originated on the earth? We do not know what type of life is really is. It is something mysterious and its origin is equally so. So millions of years ago, in the water, the first life it is formed came into existence as a droplet of protoplasm. So protoplasm, it is a living fluid. So life it is originated in the water. First of all, life it is originated in the form of carbon particle. There are different chemical particles, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur. All these chemical components, they are come together and it form a chemical substance in the water. It is in the form of living fluid called as protoplasm. So proto means first and plasm means fluid. So first fluid which is formed on the earth, it is in the form of protoplasm. So that's why from that protoplasm there is formation of living organism. So this protoplasm, it is called as first form of life or first fluid which came existence on the earth. So protoplasm is the first form living substance, and once it came into existence, its continuity is maintained. So protoplasm is the inorganic or organic, it is inorganic content or non-living material as a result of certain physical and chemical changes in them under special circumstances. So life is one continuous flow through many channels from earliest and simplest form to the present day complex and diversified forms of plants and animals. So with the help of this protoplasm, life it is originated on the earth. It is in the form of amoeba or chlamydomonas. It is present under the water. So from that protoplasm, life it is evolved. From this protoplasm, there is simple organism it is formed, and from that there is formation of more complex and diversified forms of plants and animals. These are formed. So although forms of life change, but protoplasm has remained constant in both and plants and animals. So protoplasm is not formed afresh in nature, nor can it be created in the laboratory. So it is a natural form of life. So first of all, we will study the living things and non-living things. So this is the basic question: what is living forms and what are non-living forms? So in the diagram you can see plants, living things, these are plants, animals, then starting from bacteria, fungus, protist, plants and animals, these are evolved, all these are living. They can move from one place to another place, and there is existence of life. In case of non-living things, abiotic factors, that is water, soil, then air, mineral and light, it is called as abiotic factor, and living things, these are called as biotic factor. So in this we can differentiate organisms from non-living things by notice and observe its characteristics. The characteristics of organisms are as follows. So in case of living things, there is respiration occurs, because in the cell there is intake of O2 and outtake of CO2 takes place. That process it is called as respiration. It is occur in only living form. Irritability means it gives stimulus to the external as well as internal factor. Movement occur in the living organism. Living organism, it is motile. It can move from one place to another place, or also in cell there is streaming movement occur. In case of living organism, there is, for survival purpose, there is need of food energy which is prepared in the cell. Growth and development, it is occur in the living form. Living form, there is multiplication of cell takes place, growth of cell takes place, cell elongates, there is development takes place. Then there is excretion also takes place. In living animals there is excretion, it is occur, that is unwanted substance, it is excreted out of the cell. For perpetuation of the species, living organism reproduce, it form new young one. So these are some characteristics of the organism which shows or which can differentiate from non-living things, that is respiration, irritability, movements, need of food, then growth and development, excretion and reproduction. So these are some characteristics which shows living forms. Then next one, difference between living and non-living things. So according to the definition, living things are living beings that are alive and composed of tiny particle, that is cell. So we can say the living organism or living thing, it is made up of cell. Cell, it is nothing but the structural and functional unit of life. In case of non-living things, it refers to those objects or items that do not exhibit any sign of life. So in case of non-living things, there is no existence of the life. Second one, organization. Living things, these are highly organized. If you consider any living form of the organism, it is made up of cell. In case of unicellular organism, body, it is made up of single cell. In case of multicellular organism, body, it is made up of multiple cell. So there is high level of organization, it is found in the living things. In case of non-living things, no such organization it is present. Next one, consciousness. It is in living things, they sense things and react to external stimuli. So living cell or cell gives stimulus to the external as well as internal factors. In case of non-living things, do not sense of things. Next one, homeostasis. In case of living things, maintain a steady internal environment and to make the cell function. In case of non-living things, it do not maintain a stable internal environment because there is no such organization or there is no such cell. That's why do not maintain any stable internal environment. But in case of living organism, it maintain internal environment constant to make cell function. That is called as homeostasis. There is maintenance of temperature of the body. Next one, metabolism. In case of living things, that is plants and animal or any organism, there is metabolism, it is formed. That is metabolism, it consists of anabolism and catabolism. So that is formation of product and breakdown of the product. It is found only in the living things. But in case of non-living things, there is no metabolic changes occur in the non-living thing. Next one, growth. All living things undergo a regulated growth. Living things, only in the living things, growth it is found. In case of non-living things, there is no growth it is found. Evolution. Living things go through the evolution. In case of non-living things, there is no growth or there is no evolution it is found. So evolution means there is a relationship of the organism from which it is evolved. It is called as evolution. So evolution of the organism starting from the cell. From cell there is development of tissue. From tissue there is development of organ. From organ there is development of organ system. From organ system there is development of organism, or there is organism, it is made up of these all things. So the base of this organism, it is cell. So this organism, it is evolved from the cell. So that process, it is called as evolution, and it is only found in living things. Next one, survival depends on water, food and air for survival. So living things, all living things, these are dependent on the environmental condition like abiotic factor, that is water, food and air for their survival. In case of non-living things, it does not depend on any environmental factor for the survival. Next one, lifespan. They have a certain lifespan after which they die. So in case of non-living things, there is no such lifespan. So lifespan, it is found only in living things. So these are some characters. On the basis of this character, we can differentiate living and non-living things. That is organization, consciousness, homeostasis, metabolism, growth, evolution, survival and lifespan. So next one, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. So you know that life, it is originated from the cell. So what is cell? Cell, it is nothing but the structural and functional unit of life, because cell, it perform all the vital function of living organism. That's why it is known as structural and functional unit of life. So all living creatures are made up of the cell, small membrane bound units filled with aqueous solution of chemicals which have ability to create copies of themselves by growing, dividing. It is called as cell. So this cell, there are of two types of the cell, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So pro means previous and karyon means nucleus. So previous type of nucleus, if it is present, it is called as prokaryotic, or nucleus, it is not well defined in prokaryotic cell. U means advance, U means advance, and karyotic means nucleus. Advanced type of nucleus, it is present in eukaryotic cell. It is called as eukaryotes. So prokaryotes means nucleus, it is not well defined. In case of eukaryotes, nucleus, it is well defined. In case of prokaryotes, well defined nucleus, it is absent. In case of eukaryotes, well defined nucleus, it is present. So this cell, it is known as structural and functional unit of life, because the cell, it performs all the vital function of living body. So first of all, life, it is originated on the earth in the form of protoplasm in the water. So it is in the form of amoeba in the organism or in animal, and chlamydomonas in the plant. So this cell, it consists of, in case of plants, there is presence of cell wall. In case of animal cell, there is absence of cell wall, there is only membrane, it is present. So this cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 in thin slice of bottle cork. The cell is the microscopic chamber bounded by distinct cell wall. So cell, it is bounded with the help of boundaries, and it is called as cell wall, or it is a chambered structure called as cell wall. The German botanist Schindel and zoologist Schwann discovered for the first time that the living substance, that is protoplasm, filled up the cell. A tiny spherical body, that is nucleus, was also found lying embedded in the protoplasm. So in the cell there is nucleus, it is present. The cell, it consists of cell wall, and this cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 while working on bottle cork, and German botanist Schilden and Schwann discovered that living substance, it is present in the cell called as protoplasm, and this protoplasm, it is the living fluid. That's why cell, it is living. Why we are living? Because cell, it is living, which is present inside the body. Why we are living? Because in the cell there is presence of protoplasm. Proto means first, fluid means plasm means fluid. That is first form fluid, that is living fluid which is present inside the cell. That's why we are living. So this living organism can be classified into two major domains, that is prokaryotes, that is bacteria and archaebacteria, and eukaryotes, it consists of plant cell and animal cell. So in prokaryotes, it includes only lower forms of the organism, that is bacteria and archaea, but in case of eukaryotes there is presence of advanced forms of the cell, that is plants and animals. So this, in the cell there is presence of protoplasm, and this protoplasm, there is embedded, or there is presence of nucleus. We say that cell governing the body, but actually nucleus govern the cell, because nucleus present in the center of the cell, and this nucleus, it consists of information regarding the synthesis of protein, which is stored in the form of deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, or the genetic material which is present inside the nucleus. So genes which are situated in the nucleus, that govern the cell. That's why the nucleus, it is known as governing body of the cell, because this nucleus gives order to the cell, and cell gives order to the body, or cell regulate the body, structure of the body. That's why cell, it is called as structural and functional unit of life, because the nucleus, it is present inside the cell, and nucleus, it is known as governing body of the cell. So that's why single cell perform all the vital function of the body. So in case of unicellular organism, body, it is made up of only single cell, but in case of multicellular organism, body, it is made up of multiple cell. In case of single cell organism or unicellular organism, single cell perform all the vital function of the body, but in case of multiple cell or multicellular organism, there is division of labor work, it is found. There is different form of cells are present, that is there is circulatory system is there, nervous system is there, digestive system is there, then reproductive system is there, and all this system, it consists of different types of cell. So all these system that combine together and work out the structure of the body, structure and function of the body. So that's why the cell is known as structural and functional unit of life. So cell, it is defined as unit or independent mass of protoplasm with nucleus in it. Development or enveloped by a distinct cell wall. In case of plants, there is absence of cell wall in case of animals. So in case of animal cell, there is cell wall, it is absent. In case of plant cell, there is presence of cell wall, or there is chambered structure is there. So if you found prokaryotic cell, if you find this prokaryotic cell, it consists of membrane and cell wall. This is cell structure. It consists of cytoplasm. There is presence of nuclei, So well defined nucleus, it is absent. Nucleus, it is present in the form of nucleide. It is a structure called as capsule. Outer layer, it is called as capsule. Then there is presence of ribosomes. These are pili, and this is flagella for the movement of the cell. So this is the structure of prokaryotic cell. So in prokaryotes, these are some characteristics. Lack a membrane bound nucleus enclosing DNA. DNA, it is present in the single circular molecule called as bacterial chromosome. DNA is naked, having no associated histone proteins. So if you observe the structure of prokaryotic cell, this prokaryotic cell, there is absence of well defined nucleus. So nucleus, it is present in the form of nucleide only. So there is absence of nucleus, or structure of nucleus, it is simple, called as nucleide. Well defined nucleus, it is generally absent in the prokaryotes. So lac bound nucleus enclosing DNA. DNA, it is present, but there is absence of histone type of protein. This histone type of protein, it is present in the eukaryotes. So DNA, it is naked, there is no associated histone protein. No membrane bound organelles, there is absence of cell organelle like chloroplast, mitochondria, peroxisome, Golgi complex, which are present in the eukaryotes. All these cell organelle, these are generally absent in the prokaryotes. There is only nucleide, it is present, and DNA, it is naked, which is present in the nucleide. Apart from DNA, nucleide, there is a little internal structure. Apart from dissolved substances and large number of ribosomes essential for the protein synthesis, there is presence of ribosome. This ribosome play an important role in the synthesis of protein. So this ribosome, it is present. The cytosol is an effective site for bacterial cell metabolism. Cytosol in eukaryotes, it is called as cytoplasm. In prokaryotes, it is called as cytosol. This allows bacteria to adapt quickly to changing nutritional condition, but means the regulation of genetic and metabolic activity has to be tightly regulated in this cytosol. So this prokaryotic cell, it is divided with the, or division, it takes place with the help of binary fission. So from single cell, there is division of occur, there is formation of two cells, that process, it is called as binary fission. So in case of eukaryotes, there is cell division takes place, and it can be divided with the help of mitosis and meiosis process. So some prokaryotic cells have external whip-like flagella for locomotion or hairpin-like pili for adhesion. So for movement purpose, there is presence of flagella in case of prokaryotes, and pili, these are present. It plays an important role for the movement. In case of prokaryotic cell, come in multiple shape, that is cocci, that is round, bacillus, that is rods, spirilla or spirochetes, that is helical cells. So these are the different forms of the prokaryotic cell. Then external prokaryotic structure, this outer covering of the prokaryotic cell, it is made up of cell wall. The cell wall, it is called as peptidoglycan. It is made up of chemical component called as peptidoglycan, large complex molecule consisting of polysaccharide polymers cross-linked by short chains of amino acids. Capsule. Sometimes the cell wall is further surrounded by gelatinous polysaccharide sheath called as attached capsule, that is glycocalyx or slime layer. And plasma membrane, it is the basic structure which is made up of phospholipid bilayer, which is present in the all bacteria. Then flagella, it is present, which plays an important role for movement purpose. Motile bacteria usually have long thin appendage called as flagella. These protein subunits are used to propel bacteria through the liquid. So this prokaryotic structure, it consists of cell wall, capsule, plasma membrane and flagella. Cell wall, it is made up of peptidoglycan. Capsule, it is made up of glycocalyx or slime layer. Plasma membrane, it is made up of phospholipid bilayer. Then flagella, it is for movement purpose. It is a protein subunit are used to propel bacteria through the liquids, called as pili or fimri. So this is the pili or fimri. So these projections, these are called as pili or also called as fimri. A pilus is a hair-like protein structure on the cell surface bacteria required for bacterial conjugation, that is transfer. A fimbrium or fimria is a short pilus that is used to attach the cell to the surface. Mutant bacteria that lack fimria cannot adhere to their usual target surfaces and thus cannot cause diseases. So this is the structure of the prokaryotic cell. Next one, spore and cyst. So these are produced by some bacteria to survive unfavorable environmental condition. Dormant forms are metabolically inactive and only germinate under suitable condition. So endosporus, that is a dormant, tough, non-reproductive structure produced by a small number of bacteria. The primary function of most endospores is to ensure that the survival of the bacterium through the period of environmental stress. So they are therefore resistant to UV radiation, gamma radiation, desiccation, lysozyme, temperature, starvation and chemical disinfectants. Endospores are commonly found in the soil and water where they may survive for long periods of the time. That is example Clostridium tetanus, that is tetanus gas gangrene, and Bacillus, that is anthrax. So this is the endospores which is shown in the diagram, and this is cyst. So cyst also a dormant, but unlike endospores are not resistant to heating at high temperatures. Classification of the prokaryotes on the basis of stain, Gram stain. Prokaryotes, these are classified. This separates bacteria into gram positive, that is purple, and gram negative, that is red, depending on the percentage of the peptidoglycan in the cell wall. So gram positive bacteria have cell wall only one layer thick, and gram negative bacteria have cell wall several layer thickness. Next one, eukaryotes, more complex multicellular organisms, that is plants and animal cell. In case of plants and animal cell, there is presence of complex structure and body organization is very complex. U means advanced and karyotes means nucleus, or karyon means nucleus. There is presence of advanced type of nucleus in the cell. That's why it is known as eukaryotes or eukaryotic cell. The nucleus and other cell organelle which is present in the cell, surrounded by a membrane which is divided by the cell up into compartments. So in case of eukaryotes, membrane bound cell organelles are found plasma membrane it is present. Cell wall or plasma membrane, it is made up of glycocalyx. Cell wall, it is made up of glycocalyx. It consists of fluid substance called as cytoplasm. Cytoskeleton, it is formed, that is microfilament, intermediate filament and microtubules, these are present, that suspend organelles. Given, it gives shape and allow to the motion. Presence of characteristics membrane enclose subcellular organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. All membrane bound cell organelles, these are found in the eukaryotes. So this is about eukaryotic cell organization. Thank you.